Hi everyone, Patricia Worby Alchemy Therapies again, talking to you today on a subject that you might be surprised I'm going to tackle. I am a writer, speaker, and therapist on the subject of trauma. And today, what I want to talk about has been in the news, and it made me so tense. I just wanted to record this very quick video. My subject today is gambling, which is in the news because it's been revealed that some of the unbelievable profits being made by the gambling conglomerates in the UK are going to up their donation to the fund that's meant to deal with the problem once people lose all their money or have a terrific addiction and can't conquer it. It has been 0.1% of their profits, and it's going up to a full heady 1% of their profits that they're going to contribute to actually deal with the problem that these addictions create. And I'm just bewildered why this is allowed to happen. I'm bewildered that we regard gambling as a benign thing that you choose to do, that you just go out one day and you have a flutter. This is misinformation that's spread by the gambling companies and, the paid up people in governments that are supposed to protect the public but don't. This is not a benign affair, and you do not choose to gamble. Gambling, at least the end of it that we're talking about, the end that deliberately targets poor people to try and entice them to win money, which they sorely need, with high street chains that are everywhere. And you can almost tell the nature of a district or an area now by the number of gambling shops. In a poorer area, if there are more of them, 3 or 4 in one high street is not uncommon. Now, what they all share, these companies, is that they target, as I said, poorer people. They make gambling easy and they make it highly addictive by giving just a little enticement, normalizing it, actually making it sound benign and fun. And come in and have a flutter, said one that I passed today. Have a flutter. It just sounds like fun, doesn't it? You're going to go in and maybe have a go at winning some money and it's all going to be fine. But this isn't what actually happens. And in fact, what people do is they start to gamble, and then because it triggers certain parts of their brain that are addictive, the neurotransmitter dopamine is the one majorly involved, and that's your sort of motivation neurotransmitter, and that's the one you get a hit every time you get a fix of whatever your addiction is, drives you to do this more and more and more. And as you lose more money, you gamble more. It's quite counterproductive until, of course, you end up in real hardship. Now, why the government should promote this? Well, it's simple. They get a 20% cut of the income. So it's a highly lucrative business for governments and for private companies. So make no mistake, this is not a fun thing that we should all just let happen. This is something we need to understand. The brain that controls the addictive quality of things like gambling, drinking, drug taking, sex, shopping, whatever it is you're addicted to, is not a conscious part of your brain. So the idea that you can choose when to stop, the idea that you're in control of what you're doing, is an actual mistake. It's not true. The unconscious part of your brain is seeking resolution of the drive to fulfill whatever it is you've decided gives you this dopamine hit. And it will stop at nothing, as we've seen with people who are addicts. They will stop eating. They will stop feeding their children. They will just drive the addiction. So what I really wanted to say was that healthy societies, healthy communities do not need gambling. And what we're missing, I think, in this country and elsewhere is the idea that we can all heal enough our poor childhoods, our difficulties in emotional regulation. We can't always heal our financial situation, but we can do a lot to manage it better. But gambling is not the answer to that. Winning on the lottery, even, which is state subsidized and funds a lot of good causes, but it's still gambling. And it creates an awful lot of dysfunction, I think, because it normalizes the deeper, more dysfunctional forms of gambling that we see, slot machines where you can lose 10,000, 100,000 in one go. People are not in control of their addictions. That's the important point. And we now know the neuroscience of this. So, for goodness sake, lobby your MP, lobby Parliament to actually reverse this terrible disease that is striking us in the heart of our communities. And thank you for listening.